GM friends, this is Wasi from DJ Aussie Apes here. Today I'm going to take you through the basics of getting started with Gods Unchained, and some of the mechanics behind the scenes. So the first thing you need to know is the company that made Gods Unchained, a company called Immutable. They're behind a lot of brands and they're really passionate about Web3 and games on Web3. The technology itself is called Immutable X. So the game runs on a blockchain called Immutable X. And without knowing anything about blockchain and crypto and things like that, all you need to know that is that um, blockchain transactions usually incur fees, which is not very practical if you want to play a game. There's a lot of clicks, there's a lot of action, and if every click or action has a cost, then it's not really very practical. And the other important part is the performance or the speed, right? The reliability, you definitely don't want the game to be slow and lagging or crash all the time. So the technology behind Gods Unchained is a really smart technology, basically. Now, on the financial side of things, there are two tokens involved. There's the immutable X itself, the company, immutable, and you can see here, yes, in a bear market, but when things were good, the tokens were over $7. Now the game itself, the tokens you earn inside the game by playing the game, it's the GOT token, and similarly, same trend, all-time highs are, just under $6. So, and this is the appeal, I guess, or the possible upside in the future. If this game goes mainstream or has a lot of players, millions and millions of players, it'll create demand, which, will push the token price up. And, if you have a lot of tokens, then you've made a handsome profit. That's the appeal of it and things like that. Now, how to get started? I mean, Google's your friend. Just go into Google, how to install Gods Unchained. You get the instructions, which essentially tell you to go to the website. So when you go to the website, um, it's pretty straightforward. On the home tab, you want to play Gods Unchained. So if you click on this, it's going to ask you to register first, and then a file. If you're on Windows or on Mac, it doesn't matter. The appropriate file will be downloaded for you. Of course, just remember your password, um, and make it a good password, a secure password, because you don't want bots to hack it and things like that. So once it's installed or downloaded, I should say, and then installed, the way you launch it is basically I've pinned it. It'll probably there it is as well. You just launch the application and then enter the credentials that you just created, right? So, and then you're going to get challenged. I'm not a robot. This can be a little bit annoying, but it serves two purposes. I mean, it's verifying you're human, so bots can't hack your account. So from that perspective, it's good for you. Now, for the greater good of the internet and things like that, this is feeding artificial intelligence through machine learning, which benefits everyone really. I mean, we have self-driving cars these days, and this is sort of the technology they're built on, right? Uh, Recognizing objects and things like that, which only humans can typically do. And yep, there's another bus down here and a bus there. So you keep clicking until there are no more buses or the instructions change. Another bus, sure. And another bus. Wow, it's taking a while today. Must know that I'm trying to record a video. And there we go, no more buses, so it should let us in now. And what I like about it is whether you're on the website or whether you're in the app, the menus and things like that, they're in sync. They look very similar. So whether you're on the website or inside the game, uh, it's intuitive and you can sort of find your way around it. So once you first get in, you'll get some packs as a new starter, right? But also, as you play the game, every day and things like that. You earn XP and you can see here I'm on novice, but I'm on I think level 245 or something like that. And as you change levels, you get packs. So this will be your experience as well. When you first start, you will be given your introductory pack, and this is sort of how you use those cards. And if you have multiple packs, you just keep hitting next until you have no more packs. And over time, there's different types of packs and things like that that you will become familiar with. You just have to click on all the cards real quick, which puts them into your collect collections and workshops where you build your decks. We'll cover that in another video. But right now, I'm just showing you how to open packs. And also, most of the packs that you get through this mechanism are of the lowest quality. You can see they're all gray around, you know, and then as you play the game more and more, there are different quality cards, and only certain quality cards can actually be stored in your wallet. And again, we'll cover all that. And I've got one more pack. And once you have your cards, you can create decks. Yep, there you go. I have no more packs, so I can go to the workshop. And this is, as a starter, don't worry about the bottom line because I created these and you can create your decks once you get familiar with the cards, but you'll always have starter packs. And my recommendation is start with the nature one. Um, that's sort of my go-to, and I'll probably continue to play with the Goddess of Nature until I, get past the novice level, and I'll explain that another time. So now you're ready to play your first game, right? So there's different game modes I wanted to show you here. Casual is when you're getting started, you just pick a deck. So in your case, you would just pick a starter deck and say, yep, that's what I want to play. And then you can just click play, and then you verse someone, but you're not earning any tokens. The mode I play all the time is the weekend ranked, which you can play throughout the week, and this is very exactly the same, except you are getting rewarded in tokens. When you're playing casual, you earn XP, XP and flux and things like that. When you play weekend ranked, you're also earning fragments that uh, add up to tokens. Direct challenge mode is if you have another friend, you can set up a code and you versus your friend. There's tutorials which are great. There's a lot of information. I mean, step by step guides on how to play and all that sort of good stuff. And there's a lot of YouTube videos. So it will help you out, like the video I just shared with you. Before I go, I'll just share with you some technical advice from a security perspective. For me personally, I use Chrome um, for my gaming, and I keep that separate from my other crypto. I use a Brave browser with MetaMask connected to it. So I keep that completely separate. You always need to have different wallets, which we'll cover another time. But for Gods Unchained, I'm assuming you have a brand new computer, I recommend you do something similar. Just keep them separate, for security purposes. And am actually using the GameStop wallet for this purpose. I have a wallet for Gods Unchained, just purely for Gods Unchained, and I interact with it through GameStop, which again you'll become more familiar with as I show you how I buy cards on the marketplace in a future video. And that's it. Enjoy your first game. This was Wasi. See you in the next one.